Right. Today is April the 30th. This stand was burned 1st of March. This has a upland oak, some loblolly, shortleaf, longleaf pine, post oaks. It was cut in 2015 back to about 10 to 12 trees to the acre. And this is the second burn right here. This is just a pretty good slope in here. It stays relatively dry. You can see a lot of this top kill. Set all these sweet gums back. There's just a prolific amount of smilax in here. This is a sub-eco-region of the Piedmont known as the Talladega Uplands, home of a lot of the montane longleaf pine ecosystems. It's basically the last big ridge of the ridge and valley, where the southern end side of the ridge plateaus off into the Piedmont. It's windy out here today. I don't know what this audio is going to do, but if I had to pick some good brood habitat, this is some of the best out here. This is a 98 acre block, and about 70 of it is in a 2-year fire return. Topography doesn't allow for the other really to be. It's exceedingly steep and butts up against federal highway, so while it can be burned, it makes it very difficult. This is burned at about 20% RH. And I think if I remember correctly, 5 to 7 mile an hour winds, about 70, 75 degrees. So it was a pretty stiff burn. It burned, as you can see, it top killed. So this was top killed in the first burn. These were the sprouts in the last 2 years, and it top killed them again. All these little maples are coming back for basically a third time being top killed. One day they may need herbicide treatment, but it's cheaper and faster since I do it myself just to burn it. See, this stuff's just breaking over from two burns ago. Let's go, and some big sourwoods there, a whole patch of them. Let's go check out another piece. All right, we're about 500 or 600 yards away, same sort of stand, site history. This is an interesting piece of property because it has never been plowed. And to the best of our knowledge, it had been high graded but never clear cut up until 2015. So the seed bank's relatively intact from what I can tell. This is an area that's just sort of stayed more open than the rest. It's up on the ridge. Third rotation of fire since 2018. And it is set everything, what little was here back. This was kind of burnt on a hairy day, 16% RH, about 7-8 mile an hour winds. And knew this area was wanting to be more open, had everything blacked in with a backing fire, so this ran with a head fire off of that road behind me. And it did an excellent job setting everything back. Lots of hairy and smooth sumac in here. Set a lot of it back. It's coming back up from basil sprouts. But this is got a bunch of huckleberries coming in, looks like. Some more smilax. There's a poplar that was top killed. I see it coming back. Interesting. Shows what frequent fires and intense fires can do to an area that kind of wants to stay open anyway for some reason. This will be interesting in September and October to see what kind of forward response you get when they're a little bit more easy for a layman like me to identify. All right, on to the next one. All right, same place, opposite side of the road. See my botany bike there. Burned about a week different, but pretty similar conditions. Another high teen humidity day. By the book, probably too hot and too hairy to be burning on. But as you can see, it set everything back. Almost got that sweet gum. Not quite. Got all the ones next to it. See, everything is... You couldn't hardly walk through this, even back during the winter. A lot of this bracken popped up first, but it should go on away in time. A lot of blackberries set back, more smilax. Man, it's a lot of work today. I'm sorry about this audio. I know it's going to be terrible. More kind of little forbs coming in. I have no idea what they are. Got an oak sapling. Good southern reds here. Yeah, got a bunch of oak saplings coming in. I'm extremely happy with this burn so far. This opened everything up how I wanted it to. Try to come downhill a little bit here, show where it kind of lost some intensity as soil moisture and species composition starts to change. And these mountains, every one of these draws has a little ephemeral stream in it. You can see there, it's almost like a wall where species composition changes to all sweet gum and maple and tulip poplar. And it all but put that fire out. This was a backing fire down this hill because it had to be lit from that road above us. See, it's still on the ground, it's still open, but it didn't do anything to kill these canopy trees. Looks dead here. Got new growth there. See, just a mosaic in here. All these hilltops are open, and as you move downhill, it gets wetter, gets thick and nasty again. All right, see if we can find anywhere else. All right, same piece of property, same burn history. Lots of little huckleberries on this hillside. It's still got a pretty decent overstory to it, so it's staying a little bit more open to fire. So we set back all of these maples. Probably need to come in here and hit some of these larger maples herbicide and get rid of them. Top little irises coming in.